Hey, welcome back to Daily Flash. I'm Mitch English. You know, most people think that chiropractic care is only for your back or your neck when you have that kind of pain, right? However, chiropractic treatment has actually been proven to relieve many other conditions like anxiety and even can actually help us relax and get a better night's sleep. And who doesn't want one of those, right? Well, here to share even more about this treatment is chiropractor Dr. Anjali Agarwal. Thank you so much for joining us, doctor. We really appreciate it. There was a time when chiropractors people were like, no, it's crazy. But it has been proven that chiropractic care can really change lives from even just the past 20 to 30 years. Am I right on that assessment?
Yes, absolutely. And thank you so much for having me. It's such
Certainly.
a pleasure to be here.
Tell me first off about chiropractic care, because sometimes we think that it actually kind of gives to the root cause when we do chiropractic care. Explain that a little bit to us.
Yeah, definitely. So if you remember the kid song about your hip bone being connected to the knee bone,
Right.
it's exactly like that. So whether you're coming in for ongoing headaches or you're nagging low back pain, we'll actually look at your whole spine to identify what the source of the symptoms are. And since everything is connected, we look beyond where you might actually be feeling the symptom to identify what the issue
I
is.
see. And obviously here you're looking at how you actually show the spine, because a lot of times, it's just something visually you can really understand it better. But it's not just for the back pain. What else can actually chiropractic help with?
Well, because the nervous system controls all the functions of the body, and because the adjustments help correct the alignment of the spine,
Hmm.
the nerves can actually communicate more efficiently between the brain and all the organs and tissues with which the nerves are going to. So, as a result, it's actually quite common that one would notice improvement with things such as digestion or sleep,
Ah, yeah.
energy, and even optimizing fetal position during pregnancy.
Oh, that makes a lot of sense. A lot of people they think of chiropractic care and they don't really know a lot about it. And so that comes with it a lot of myths. And I'm sure you know a lot about them. What are some of the myths that people are saying or at least thinking about when seeing a chiropractor?
Yeah, I think one of the most common myths is that the adjustment will hurt. And actually, there are over 100 chiropractic techniques that are used. And so, if the sound of the adjustment or having your back cracked, as some people will think
Right.
of, if that makes you nervous, there are actually a lot of techniques that will use a lot more speed rather than force. So, it's a very gentle adjustment and it's very effective at restoring proper alignment. And then one of the other most common myths that I hear as a prenatal and pediatric chiropractor is that isn't chiropractic just for adults? And
Right.
the truth is that it's actually super effective for newborns and babies and little ones as well. And in fact, my youngest practice member was actually just hours old, and we
Oh,
did her first
really?
adjustment after birth. Yeah.
That is incredible. And it's amazing, as technology and as knowledge and research goes, the more and more that we learn. How do we know when we need to see a chiropractor? Obviously, oh, my back hurts, but there's some other things that maybe be a great way to at least have a consultation with a chiropractor. What are some of those situations?
Yeah, definitely. I would first suggest if you've been experiencing any symptoms more than a couple days, because that can indicate that there's something underlying on the surface. So I tell my practice members to listen to their body and don't ignore the symptoms. It's
Right.
kind of like looking at the dashboard on your car. You want to make sure you fuel up before the gauge gets empty.
All right, you talk a little bit about that. Prevention obviously is a big thing. You have any quick tips for me and our viewers, like those things like mom told me to do, always sit up straight? Is there any other things we can do?
Right. Well, the reality is that we weren't actually designed to sit or stand for long periods of time, but that is the reality for many of us today. So, what I encourage people to do is actually just change your posture once an hour. So, if you've been sitting, try to stand up. And if you've been standing, try to sit down and just take a deep breath or a few deep breaths if you have the chance to do that. And then, in that minute or two, if you can also then try to drink some water and do a 1 minute stretch that will actually help undo a lot of the muscle memory patterns. So, in less than 15 minutes a day, you've actually created a lot more impact rather than trying to fit in a 30-minute stretching session at the end of the day.
That makes complete sense to me. I'm going to take your advice there, and we really appreciate you being here. And matter of fact, as we talk, I've been sitting up straight. I've been standing straight.
Great.
So just having you on, I have a better posture. We want to appreciate you joining us. Now, if you want more information, and of course, you can go to backinbalancehealth.com. Chiropractic has come a long, long way, and it's going to help you with your health for now and forever.